Gentlemen, welcome back to another video. My name is Striker.
My name is Luba.
And we were just having a conversation before, and Luba said something to me, and I thought, hey, let's put the camera on and let's make a video about that. And what was it that you just said to me?
I told you many things, but
Put the toilet seat down or up. Or was it up or down? Because we're in Ukraine and things are backwards.
No, down. No, when you go, you put it up and then you put it down.
Put it up and down at this. Okay, and you do. You wave. It's like a waving motion when you come to Ukraine.
I was asking you when you came to Ukraine for the first time. Did you feel confident and comfortable about dating women and multiple women, or how did you? Because now I know that you're confident, but was you like this from the beginning or no?
No.
Subscribe to the channel. We'll see you guys next time.
No, it's I've talked about this a little bit before in the past. That because I was always in like these long relationships, as you know, right? And so I didn't really date, but I did always have reasonable amounts of, I guess, success when I traveled. And it wasn't that I was going on dates, they were just random kind of meetings that you would have with a woman somewhere on the beach, or maybe at a bar or at a restaurant or something like that, and you would end up spending time together, but there was never this anticipation of actually going on a date. And when I decided to come over to Ukraine, I realized how not confident that I was when I came over here.
Do you remember why was it?
I think it was just experience. I think it was
lack of experience.
Yeah, lack of experience. Yeah, it was.
Or you were scared in front of like new culture and new people,
no,
different language. Because
not at
before,
all.
No,
not at all.
Because before you was like kind of, I assume, was dating like girls who speak English or your language. And here in Ukraine, when you came, like you was not worried about that.
No, I wasn't worried about that at all, because the success that I'd had with random women was always in other countries that were not English-speaking countries. But maybe they knew some English. But I think it was the fact that I never really organised a date, asked a woman to go out on a date, and then had to sit down with her one-on-one and talk about things. Like this to me scared the living bejeebers out of me. Like it really did. When I went to the first company over in Ukraine, which was this romance company, like a tour company, I was so scared to sit at the tables, because it's not even a one-on-one. It's like you with like 3 or 4 ladies at the table looking at you, and you need to say stuff that sounds interesting, or that they would be interested, or whatever it was. And for me, it was just, I was so scared about it, Even thinking about it now, I almost get a little bit of anxiety thinking about that now, even though now, like it seems like such a ridiculous thing, now what it seems like when you go out on a date. And, quite often people talk about like when you come over to Ukraine, you have to be the strong, confident man.
Yeah, but how can you be like if you...
Exactly, right? Exactly. It's like, so you can't tell someone you need to be strong and confident, right? And you can be confident in one aspect of your life, in your work, for example. You could go to work every day and you are the top designer at the, web design company.
Only experience can give you the confidence, I think. What do you think?
Exactly. And that's exactly where it came from, right? And it was... I would always be nervous about going on a date with a beautiful woman that I would thought would be out of my league, because I guess also there's other contributing factors to that as well, and that is that the fact that maybe you were in a relationship, or I was in a relationship, where you kind of feel like you don't really have your own self-esteem is lower than probably what it should be, And so the one thing that I used to talk about in some of my older videos, if you guys have followed for a while, was that the thing that made me become confident, it wasn't me meditating, it wasn't me looking in the mirror and saying, you've got this.
You didn't even put the red lipstick on.
No, it was none of those things, right? The thing that made me become confident, which was just a complete sheer fluke, and no one would ever tell you this, and no one would ever tell you to go and do this, was that when I went to the company that Luba worked for, I think for the second time, I actually have a diary of this that I never uploaded to YouTube, of every single date that I went on. And I don't know, maybe one day I'll show it or whatever. But what it was is that the photos don't look like the real ladies, right? Did you know this? the photos don't look like the real ladies. They Photoshop them so incredibly well. And every lady that I would choose, they'd say, oh, she's not available. What about this one? You go, okay, she looks beautiful as well. But what they're basically saying is that these are the legitimate ladies that are available or that, you know, can come on dates. So every single date, like 8 dates, I think, 7, 8 dates, the lady would turn up and she looked nothing like the photo. Nothing. It's a woman that you wouldn't even find attractive. I joke about the one time that I went on a date, and when I was waiting for her, a lady walked over and she was like Asian or from Kazakhstan. And I was like, that's not her. And sure enough, it was her. They photoshopped the Asian out of this lady. They photoshopped the Asian out of her. This was a few years ago before these filters. They photoshopped the Asian.
Tell it to the guys. I heard this painful story 101 times.
I just want to make sure that you understand.
I remember. Don't worry, it's okay.
So what would happen is that when I would go on these dates, I would be nervous. I would be thinking about what I'm going to say. I would not be myself, right? Then as soon as the lady turned up, she sat down and I went, I have zero attraction to this lady whatsoever. And all of a sudden I became myself. It was like I was talking to my friend, you know, just someone that I didn't give a shit about. And I would be funny and I would be making jokes and I would be relaxed, and instead of sitting like this, I'd be sitting like this because I didn't give a shit. I really didn't care. And what I learned through that experience, even though at the time it was a strange and unusual experience, what I learned through that experience is that it doesn't matter. Like, it doesn't matter if you're attracted to her. No, I should say, it shouldn't matter if she's beautiful or not beautiful, right? Because we're all just human beings, right? We're all just the same people. But the thing that makes you attractive is when you don't give a shit, is when you don't care. You don't care about what she thinks of you, you know?
No, but I mean, you're talking a little bit confusing. Like, you care about like you're doing like nice, not to her, but you just like, you don't care about like being like overdo something to make.
And you're not overthinking it.
Yeah,
you're not thinking. What it is that you're not thinking, I need to make sure that she likes me. Because at the point when you're not attracted to the lady, you don't care whether she likes you or not. You're there for an hour. You're going to make jokes. You're going to laugh, and you're going to be, you know. And the dates were, I hate to say it, the dates were some of the funnest dates that I've ever had. Like, in terms of that part of my dating experience, because you would laugh and you would joke. You know, you say, hey, the hell with it, buy a bottle of wine and let's drink wine and, you know, let's have a fun time.
But you should have a certain attitude, because like I see that, you know, I was just counting recently that in March it will be 2 years for Hard Rocket, but at the moment it's like 1.5 years that Hard Rocket is like actually working. Before like March we was doing some calls, but a little bit. But over this 1.5 years we have over 400 calls. Some days we had like, it's almost like call every day, you know, from people who just watching, you know, and just appreciate our
Look at my watch because we have one in 6 minutes.
Yes, I also checked it. And I understand that we helped like so many people, you know, and we talked to so many people, and like some days we had like 4 calls. Sometimes we talk at night because like the guy really needs some advice or help. And like the calls are different. Some guys become our clients. Some guys just want like, it's super nice when they want just advice from us because they are in a relationship, or even they're using on the company, but they value our advice and they say like, guys, we never seen you before. Like, I just, you know, already with this company. But I always tell to the guys like, somebody's saying like, oh, I don't need your course because I've been 10 times. Somebody said I don't need so many dates. But one thing that I can tell, it's the same with the work job interview. We have 15 dates, right? And I'm telling to the guys that not all of these dates will be good. And this is the diamond of this situation. That if all 15 ladies would be perfect, like what would we do? Like, how would we choose? But you need to meet different characters. You need to meet different people, and these all bring you confidence. Because first, second date, we have like 2 couples that actually, like the first lady that the guy met, like they end up, you know, getting married and in relationship. But in general, I don't want it to happen, because first, second date, like I can talk to you on Skype before your arrival. I can exchange messages and emails. I can get a little bit of your sense of humor. But how you on a date, I will know only when you are on a date. And to give you advice and tell you like what to do and what not to do, I will only be advise you after the date. So every single date give you more and more confidence, and it's like you don't have to to mix a little bit confidence and arrogance, right? Like when you are just like sitting there, don't giving a shit about anything, and like you thinking that you are king from US and everybody should serve you. No, it's not. It's not like. And unfortunately, I remember such attitude from the guys who was coming for the big companies. Maybe they let them do that. Maybe they let them think that that Ukrainian ladies are just like Thai ladies who will wash your feet. No, it's not gonna happen. And like if you have a right mindset, you will understand that every date, every job interview, anything in your life, all your experience is giving you confidence and make you more experienced, and you making less and less mistakes. Would you agree with me?
Yeah, I also think that if you were to take that, if you were to somehow make it into an equation, right, and you were to write it down as an equation, in that equation there would also be one of the factors would be self-awareness, right? Because if you have this, like, if you have self-awareness and you're dating women that would be interested in you, right, that are out of your league but would be interested in you, right, and then if you're not necessarily attracted to those ladies, or you don't want to continue pursuing anything with those ladies, but they want to continue pursuing something with you, this is what's going to build your confidence. Does that make sense? I'm trying to sort of say that in a way that makes sense, but that's what built the confidence for me. It was a bunch of ladies that were back in my home country, absolutely amazing, and for a lot of guys, absolutely amazing, but just not right because of whatever reason, goals, values, whatever, maybe some attraction, whatever it is. Maybe she had kids, whatever it is, but she still wants to date you. Back home, it may be out of your league. That's what builds your confidence. You can't just say to someone, be confident when you come to Ukraine. It's ridiculous. And it actually pisses me off when I hear this. When it's like you need to be a strong, confident man.
We say that, like we actually do say that on the videos, but
everybody says it.
Yeah, everybody says, but we now understand that like the guys who watching us on other side of the screen, they thinking like, but how the heck I can become that? Like how what should I do? And I guess that all of you can be confident, and all of you. It's not. It's not the training that you need to run the marathon fastest. You can do it. You just need a little bit of a time, a little bit of a believe in yourself, and a little bit of advice, from Matchmaker or the person that you trust who can advise you and tell you what to do and how to do. And we yesterday have a call, and it was so interesting. Again, the guy, we talked to him about a year ago, and he was planning to go to one company. I don't know why this company not providing such service. For me, it's an insult when the people charging such a huge amount of money, but they're not advising on that. So the guy booked another call with us, paid us money for me to tell him what is good or bad about his profile. Because he yeah. Probably that I won't not that I won't be kind, but I will tell what it is. And I told him, and he said, but they told me as much pictures. But I said, what this picture is giving, what is the message that you want to bring with this picture? If they cut your arms and you're staying, what is actually the message for this photo? What you're trying to say to the lady when she look at your picture? And he said, yes, Luba. And I felt that he was before he can't argue with his manager because she was strong and independent woman. But I told him and said yes, Luba, you are right. I will tell her this. I said, okay. So people advising with us about different topics. But what that you come to Ukraine and you're not confident and you're not sure about how to date Ukrainian woman, how what to wear. This is okay, right? This is completely fine, and everybody, trust me, everybody is absolutely in the same position as you.
Yeah, this is the best advice that I can give you, right? If you are coming over to Ukraine and you've got quite a bit of time to spend over here, right? And a lot of people will dislike this video because of what I'm going to say. But I've gained so much self-awareness for myself, but also for all the other guys out there of what actually goes on. Outside of our bubble, I guess you could call it. And there are a lot of guys that are insecure. There are guys that pretend to be secure, but they are not. But here's the thing, right? If you want to overcome being insecure, and you don't have to admit it to anyone, you can just go ahead and do it, is to go on, come to Ukraine. I guess you could do it back home as well. But come to Ukraine, jump on Tinder, and go on dates with women that you're not attracted to. Yes, you're going to have to buy dinner. Yes, you're going to have to buy drinks. But go on dates with women that you are not super attracted to, with the intention to make her have an unbelievable night. Okay? Now, if all you're thinking about is like, well, I don't want to have sex with her or whatever, okay, well then, maybe just sort of readjust your thinking a little bit. Because I can tell you from my experience, and I went and did this, which is a little bit different from a lot of people in the comments who've never done it or maybe never will do it, is that going to the company that Luba worked for and dating these women and having an unbelievable time with women that I was not attracted to elevated my confidence to a level that I could never ever imagine that it could ever get to. And it's not and
But what is it about dating the lady from the Tinder? Go with her, buy her dinner, and what? And have sex with her?
No. What I'm saying is like go out on dates with women that you are not super attracted to. Because if you're not super attracted to them, you can just be yourself. You don't care. It's like going out, with a friend or something like that. You're not going to be like worried about like, oh my God, I hope everything's okay because I really want to have sex with her. You don't care about whether or not you have sex with her or not. Okay. And for a woman, that is incredibly attractive. If you are not sitting there trying to make sure that everything about yourself is perfect so that she will find you attractive.
Guys, yes, but don't choose like also, you feel bad like when you're choosing the girl who is like, you understand, like it's difficult not to understand that it's way out of your league.
Did you hear that noise your hands just made?
No. And like distract me, but like if you choosing like the supermodel, like the girl who has like you find her Instagram, she has like a lot of roses there, and like some guys say, oh, she's a scammer. She's not. No, she's not. Like if like it's a different topic, but choose the lady that you realistically would date back home.
Step by step.
Step by step.
Step by step, right? So if you are coming over to Ukraine, date women that like don't just go straight for the number 10, because if she turns you down, you're going to think, man, I suck.
And a lot of guys, they are very, very vulnerable for the rejections. And even we talk about this and we say on the video that, rejections is good, it's easier, like it's saving your time, it's doing this and that. Still, none of us want to be rejected. We want to be the one who say, it's my decision to walk away. Of course, we understand, we're human beings, we're all the same, no matter is it woman or man. But like you need to build your confidence because it's impossible to be super. And if you are coming to Ukraine super confident, I'm telling you right now, it will hit you painfully. It will hit you painfully because we even have like a guy with whom I a little bit contradict. Because of his like too much of a confidence, and me wanted for his best, like he thought that I'm like for his best I wanted to a little bit tell him that if you want to be in Ukraine you need to a little bit like just cool down, and it was nothing bad about that, right? It was nothing, but you just need to understand that Ukraine is also country, and here's the ladies, and you need to be very patient to each other because no matter who I tell that I'm working in dating industry, and to the ladies, they saying like, Luba, but why are the guys like looking here, like why, and every time over and over again I need to explain to them, and they're absolutely surprised and shocked. So the ladies, when they come on a date, if she's not a pro dater or scammer that's been on 100 dates, she also is very not confident. She's very shy, she's very, and inside like she even can say something and then think, oh my God, why did I say that, like I don't think so. So please, like just take it easy and go with the flow. Don't try to pretend anything. Like we have a video about don't fake it. Just be yourself and the confidence will be built.
I was just thinking there, like I think that part of being comfortable in your surroundings and where you are, I think again it comes to that self-awareness, and it's if you actually realize how unconfident everyone else is, and quite often it's just they're fake. They're fake trying to be confident. It's like, especially with Instagram and stuff like that. If you actually have this awareness that everybody else is actually just kind of like unconfident as well, and you being unconfident, it's just kind of normal. It's not abnormal to be unconfident. Everyone is unconfident. Everybody is uncomfortable. Like when you go on a date, like if the woman is also not comfortable. They're also worried if they're going to say something stupid. Quite often they don't say anything at all because they're worried about it. So if you understand that and having that awareness around it, it can make things a little bit easier as well. So please don't think that you need to leave Los Angeles, LAX unconfident, and in the flight you're going to become confident. It's not going to happen. Okay, so
but we're there for you to help you with that, and
Yeah.
to build it for you, to give you advice, because I understand that, you know, we recently talked about that we're starting the new project, and like we're doing a lot of different stuff away from dating, like very different, and you maybe even surprised, you know, later on what actually, you know, we're studying and doing, but we definitely will share with you. But we understand that no matter like what, but Hard Rocket did something very different to people. You know, we're not just trying, we're definitely not a dating agency, and I hope that you will confirm that. We definitely not just trying, we are not just trying to introduce you to some, you know, girl or something. Yes, of course, when we have a result, like when I post on Telegram this invitation to the wedding, like for me it's like, you know, it's incredible, like it's the best award that we can have. But in general, I think that we're changing lives, and we consult people according to other experiences, because you can be psychologists with thousands, like reading thousands of books, but what we have, this like over 400 calls with the real stories, this is invaluable. Like this is something absolutely, and of course, like none me or Striker would ever think about that, like back then when you were starting your blog, when I was doing like running from this like social to social, you know, making like trying to make some money, was shocking about what is going on and how can I actually, you know, not losing my my morals, and you know, and still, you know, have a living. So this is different, but we are there for you. This is the main topic and the message for this video. For me, you know, that we will help you to build everything that you need. You just need to trust us. You just need to listen to us and understand that a lot of people are in the same position as you. And if you're not confident about dating and you don't know something, you always can ask, and that is completely fine. It's completely okay to not know something, but willing to learn.
okay, we'll see you guys next time.